Welcome to Offering Career College Education Experiences for Students. My name is Heidi Louisi. I am the moderator for today's session, along with your presenter, Steve Stuckey. We appreciate you joining us for the CypherWorx K-12 online training program offering career college education experiences for students. Our intent is to provide you with information you will find beneficial to your school or district. To allow you to make the most out of your session today, I'd like to give you a quick tour of the Zoom webinar control panel. The panel will look like the one on your screen. Your microphone will be muted, but we want you to feel free to raise your hand or ask questions in the chat during the presentation. I will monitor both areas to alert Steve and make him aware of any questions that come in. Now, I will hand it over to Steve.
Thank you so much, Heidi. I appreciate that. Hi, everyone. As Heidi mentioned, this is Steve Stuckey. I'm one of the co-founders of CypherWorx. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm actually going to turn my video off so we can pay attention to the slides on the screen. Thank you again for joining us. You'll see in my bio here that I spent actually over 30 years in sales, management, education. In my first 23 years, that is in my career, that's where I was exposed to adult education. And now I've been with CypherWorx for a little over 10 years. And you'll find that I'm very passionate about providing purposeful professional development and making training affordable and accessible to everyone. You'll see that we have Derek Sargent on the slide, a great human being, but unfortunately he got called away here this morning before our presentation. So we'll go ahead and get started. I should share with you that if you already know CypherWorx, you may know that we started originally because we saw an opportunity to help improve the world of after-school training by creating and providing after-school training to programs and state organizations around the country. And these courses all tie back to the national core competencies and really have become the standard for many state certification programs. So we've been very excited with the success of that. We then created our own catalog of the gold standard CDA, Child Development Associate Certificate courses for early childcare. And in this process, what we did is we began working with various industries, associations, nonprofit organizations that wanted to create certificate and compliance training courses online to support these businesses and organizations and many different areas of their training needs. So it really was kind of a natural path, our story, to get us to this point. So after hearing from school districts that were looking for a holistic solution to really try to cover all of their training needs for staff, administration, paraprofessionals, students, parents, and the community, naturally, we developed a K-12 program, and we're ideally suited for that based upon our path that we took. So thank you again for joining us. And before we get started on the kind of this piece of the process, I wanted to share with you the overall K-12 program and give you a quick overview of the overall program as kind of a foundation of understanding for what we're talking about today. So the CypherWorx K-12 programs gives educational organizations more than 2,000 hours of content. And when I say content, I'm talking about online training courses. So these 2,000 hours of content are broken out in different categories that you can see here on the screen. Technical certification, professional development, safety, HR compliance, CDA and childcare, GED and credit recovery, and our newest paraprofessional. So one nice thing to note is CypherWorx is also an IASSET accredited provider. So you see the logo there. This allows us to offer continuing education credits that are accepted by colleges, universities, various groups and trade organizations, trade associations. And so this is an important piece as we continue the conversation here. Now, the courses in the K-12 catalog consist of those categories that we just mentioned, and they can be made available district-wide or for any type of program that you have. So Let's just take a quick look at the next slide here. So actually, I'm going to go back here because I wanted to just point out a couple of these items here to give you an idea for college and career readiness. For example, is several different courses in and of themselves for middle school and high school students, and they're filled with tools and resources to help guide students in their discovery process. To give you an example on the tech certification side, CompTIA or project management certification, any one of these types of certification paths gives students a significant launching to work in any area of the IT or to manage a network, interviewing, money management, cultural communications. Those are just a few examples of courses that teach the necessary skills to be successful in any career. And then we talked a little bit about the CDA certification. This can be a key foundation for preparing a student for a career in childcare. State accredited after-school courses are included here as well and can provide a launching path to a career in education. Completing the GED or taking advantage of catch-up credits can be very helpful to students, as well as for members of the community that perhaps didn't have a chance to finish their high school education and prepare them for the next step in their professional journey. Paraprofessional courses can also prepare learners to earn the Parapro certificate or to simply be better prepared and equipped in the school setting. So CypherWorx provides the content to schools, districts, in a variety of ways to make this easy for organizations, whether you're large or small, however you are configured. So number one, oftentimes we can, what we'll do is set up a private learning content management system, or LCMS, for the organization and for your school district. And we can allow access to that through an API integration, single sign-on, or SFTP integration. What this does is it's really a great time saver to provide a seamless access to the courses right from any platform that you're currently using. Number two, we can provide the content, these courses, right within your existing learning management system. So if you have a learning management system that you're happy with, we can actually provide those courses to be delivered right within your existing system. We can also provide the system through PowerSchool or other student information system as well. And then finally, see, we have a dedicated site for students, parents, and alumni. All right, so clearly the training program is designed to give access to content for all of your school audiences, including the community, as I mentioned, parents, teachers, alumni, administrators, students, etc. So today we're going to focus primarily on students and community members as it relates to college and career paths. So one of the things that we wanted to make sure that we did, it's very important to CypherWorx that we make this as affordable as possible, which is consistent with our organizational mission, which is to provide affordable access to education for everyone. And that means everyone. So we purposefully priced the K-12 program here based upon student enrollment so that all school districts, large and small, have very affordable access to all of the 2,000 plus hours of course content with the learning management system and access to all audiences at an affordable rate. And note too that additional discounts are available for customers of PowerSchool and other school software providers. So be sure to ask us about that and we'll help you through that. The ability to offer access for this training for free to the entire community is helping districts take community education to the 21st century with mobile accessible library of training. So all of these courses are designed to be taken on any device at any time. Now, in the example above, if this particular district had, say, 1,500 or 2,000 students, they would fall into this category. And they can have access to everything in the 2,000 hours worth of training courses for less than $10,000. So for this particular example, this district can provide this entire solution for less than $800 a month. All right, so I want to spend a little bit of time on this next slide. So thank you for sticking with us here. These are several examples of different post-high school pathways. So why provide career and college education experiences? It may seem obvious, but it's really a big world out there, and students sometimes aren't even aware of the very real opportunities or pathways available to them. So while I'm talking, I encourage you to review each one of the tiles here on this slide, showing several of these different alternative pathways. And then it's important to note that each pathway requires needed skills to be able to thrive, no matter the direction that you choose. Personally, the subject is near and dear to my heart. I happen to have a high school junior in my house. And so sometimes the direction seems to change from day to day and week to week. And his high school happens to provide him with a glimpse of several different pathways. He just came home with a brochure from several military branch organizations 2 days ago, as a matter of fact. So his school is providing him with these different opportunities to learn some different paths that he might take. But one of the challenges that he's finding is that with sports and other activities, sometimes he can't attend. And fortunately now, this K-12 process offers several paths for a student, alumni, community member to explore, when they're provided access to these courses, and they can access them at any time, again, on any device, including cell phones. So being college and career ready can support students for a lifetime of health, success, and happiness in several different ways. So number one, being prepared for post-secondary education or training that can result in better job opportunities. So providing access to career path that provides sustainable wages and pathways to advancements is key. And of course, lifelong personal development is important for any individual at any age, psychologically and career-wise. Also, career development allows the opportunity for individuals to discover really who they are, what they like to do, what they do best, and also what they don't like to do. Many students we find get frustrated in school because they don't see the link between their coursework and goals for the future. These training courses can give them an understanding of different industries and help them tie their coursework into fulfilling careers with relevant, up-to-date information from subject matter experts in these various industries right away today. So one path, of course, is college. So college is important to some people for many reasons, including provides increased career stability and satisfaction and the ability to make an impact on the community. With more and more careers that are requiring advanced education, a college degree can be critical to individual success in today's workforce. So many students are looking for ways to make them stand out in their college applications or to their future employees. Some want to earn credit while they're in high school to reduce the cost of their education or to help them graduate early. And that's where the continuing education credits come in. I think in the end, we all want our children to be happy in whatever they choose, because we know if they're happy and they have a plan, they can only be successful. The K-12 program is very helpful for individuals like my son, for example, to really help them understand the opportunities that are available. What's realistic, what's attainable, what are the different pathways that I have? And more importantly, put him in the best position to excel in the path that he chooses. So the importance of career education is that it gives individuals a sense of purpose and direction. Everyone needs a goal and a path, and few individuals have the same exact experience. So everyone has a unique path. The more information, the better. This increases satisfaction rates. They can help narrow down the direction that is best for them. We can decrease stress. The unknown is stressful, as we all know, and lack of direction and resources can only add to that stress. This education provides that guiding hand. This creates new opportunities and direction. Additional skills and experience open many doors and makes individuals immediately more valuable in the workforce. It boosts engagement and productivity. Students become more energized when they can see the possibilities laid out clearly for them. Now, experiential learning is one of the best ways that learning institutions can build career readiness skills in their students and boost employment outcomes in the community. What this promotes are several things. One is labor market awareness. What is a realistic path for me? What is on the other side of high school graduation for me? It's a big world out there, as I said earlier. Leadership. I have marketable skills and I can both teach and be a leader. I now have the foundational training and I'm a step ahead. That's obviously valuable. Inquisitiveness and initiative. Students are rewarded with new information on a variety of topics. This helps them open their eyes to careers that they may not have thought realistic or attainable for them in the past. And they're empowered to take control of the direction of their future lives. Resilience. Students learn that they can explore different opportunities and, if need be, pivot to a different path if they want to. Not everyone's first job happens to be their career, and very seldom in my experience is that the case. I now can try many different new things, dip my toe in the water, if you will, and find out more about myself and my plan and my direction. And creativity. Students can choose which courses they want to take and make changes at any time. They can build their own career path and direction based upon their learning experience or these learning experience. And of course, all of this promotes purposeful college career planning. All right. So what options are available here? So you'll see on the screen some of these images here, and we'll take a quick look at the catalog. The CypherWorx catalog of courses provides a broad range of courses towards certifications that allow students to receive all of the coursework they need to take and complete certification exams, allowing them to go right into careers from high school or to get certifications that make them even more attractive in the college application process. The training and certifications can reduce the number of credits that they need to take in college, or possibly reduce the length of time they need to receive their college degree. So let's talk about some of the examples offered in the CypherWorx course catalog. I'll go ahead and bring up the course catalog here once again. So you'll see that, again, this is broken out into these different topic areas here. And so this is a glimpse just in that first category of tech certification courses. So that you can see that there's basic IT courses, as well as CompTIA, FITSI, etc. I'm going to go into some of these other categories here. GED, credit recovery courses, professional development. So again, professional development, safety, human resources, management, interviewing skills, organization, strategic decision-making, safety, personal protective equipment, slips, trips, and falls, ladder safety, all of the OSHA training courses, things like that are included in the catalog. And then you'll see the additional courses for HR related here. Working with in customer service, diversity, equity, inclusion, cultural diversity. And now you'll see the additional certification courses. These are the gold standard CDA courses. The Child Development Associate credential coursework can help individuals step right into teaching positions in childcare. Sometimes that's the key to getting into childcare or advancing to becoming a program director. We talked about the CompTIA courses. So CompTIA is, and I'll actually scroll back up to the to the tech certification courses, but to give you an idea, this section here, the CompTIA courses, for example, it stands for the Computing Technology Industry Association. It's the leading provider of vendor-neutral IT certifications in the world. With more than 2 million IT certifications issued worldwide, CompTIA is dedicated to helping IT professionals lead the charge in our digitally connected world. For an individual to go on their own to obtain this CompTIA training, so if you had a student that was looking at just getting their certification here, they might pay up to $2,500 or more just to get this CompTIA certification training. But as you can see, since this is accepted by IT professionals and various vendors and so forth, this is really kind of the keys to the kingdom. You have a kiddo that's looking at going into the tech world. This is going to give them a real step up in terms of their certification. You'll also see additional certifications, ISC, Mile 2, Azure Fundamentals. And Azure Fundamentals is a 6-part series that teaches basic cloud concepts and provides a streamlined overview of many of the Azure services and guides students with hands-on exercises to deploy their very first services at no cost to the student. Amazon Web Services, the Certified Cloud Practitioner. I'll move back to the PowerPoint slide here. Amazon Web Services Certified Cloud Practitioner validates cloud fluency and foundational AWS knowledge. Project Management Professional. Project Management Professional, or the PMP certification, is a globally recognized project management certification that tests a candidate's ability to manage the people, processes, and business priorities of a professional project. Then you'll also see the CWSP or CWNP. So the Certified Wireless Network Professional certification. This is the industry standard for vendor-neutral wireless network certification and training. CWNP certification sets students apart in the IT industry and provide the skills to work with today's most complex enterprise 802.11 wireless networks. IT professionals in over 140 countries utilize CWNP certification to learn how to make wireless networks more secure, cost-effective, and reliable. And I appreciate you allowing me to read some of those items, but you can start to see really the depth and the breadth of the certification trainings that's now available to the population. Okay, so I wanted to come back to the IACID accreditation because this is an important distinction. CypherWorx is accredited by the International Accreditors for Continuing Education and Training. The International Accreditors for Continuing Education and Training is the developer of the original Continuing Education Unit, the CEU. And today, they ensure that providers of continuing education and training can prove that they provide high-quality instruction by following the ANSI IACID 12018 standard for continuing education and training through a rigorous accreditation process. The standard is a universal model for learning process excellence. It defines a proven model for developing effective and valuable continuing education and training, CET programs, by measuring a provider's training program from procedure to process to result. So because the ANSI IACID standard focuses on how continuing education and training programs are developed, not only what they cover, it provides a certifiable framework of researched and proven best practices that can be applied across disciplines and industries. It measures all aspects of a CET provider's program development across 9 nationally recognized categories. This has allowed for the ANSI IACID standard for continuing education and training to be recognized as the official standard for CET in the world. Being an accredited provider allows CypherWorx to offer these continuing education credits to learners who complete the training, through CypherWorx. CEUs are accepted by professional organizations, colleges, and universities throughout the United States and international. Being IASSET accredited allows you to offer tremendous value to your students and community. So let us take a quick second to share with you some of the organizations that accept IASSET CEUs. All right, so this is the link to the IASSET site, and this is what allows you to filter and take a look at some of the different organizations that accept IASSET CEU. So you'll see that there's different state departments, colleges, universities, etc. I'm going to search, you can search by whatever word that you want to, but I'm just going to put it Michigan to give you a quick glimpse at some of the programs in Michigan just that accept these continuing education credits. So again, it's universities, colleges, technical colleges, associations. To give you an example, Michigan State, University of Michigan, Clemson, and many others accept these continuing education credits. Right. So the CypherWorx content and learning management system all also meet the WCAG 2.0 level AAA compliance. This means that CypherWorx has gone way beyond the standard Section 508 government compliance to offer the highest level of inclusivity. And so what is WCAG compliance? You can see all of the items here on the slide. But these are Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. That's the acronym. We love our acronyms. This defines how to make web content more accessible to people with various disabilities. Accessibility includes a wide range of disabilities, including visual, auditory, physical, speech, cognitive, language, learning, and neurological disabilities. So easy access, this is one thing that I think is important to everyone. We work in the digital age here, and so we've made every effort to make our access to the content extremely easy. So as mentioned in the overall program description here in the beginning, we provide the content to your school or district in a variety of ways to make it easy for you. We can set up a private learning content management system for your district and allow access right through an API integration, single sign-on, or SFTP. CypherWorx can also provide the content within your existing learning management system provider. So this allows students to use our content as part of their coursework or to get access directly to the coursework for those certifications. You can also provide the learning content through PowerSchool or another student information system. And then just note that we have a dedicated access site for students and parents. We can provide a single sign-on from your website, or students can go right to the dedicated URL to get access to the content. So the CypherWorx courses include scenario-based learning and interactive elements to encourage active learning. So to give you an example, click on one of these courses here. And so you'll see that these courses are actually all developed in a course authoring program called RISE. And so this is one of the things that makes them very accessible and easy to access on any device, including cell phones and tablets. So you'll see here that I've got the title of my course. All I need to do is click on Start the course. This will allow me to begin. And again, this is a CDA course, a CDA certification course. And so there's a few things that I want to point out here. In all of the courses, Our instructional design team have created these courses so that we really try to cater to whatever type of learner you or your students might be. So I may be auditory and height is kinesthetic, visual learners, what have you. So you'll see that there's a lot of different images, activity, there's text to read, and so forth. We also have something called forced navigation, which means that individuals, as they're going through the course, will need to click on each item before they can proceed. Because this is a CDA course, one of the things that we do here is we give in every CDA course all of the directions in the beginning and the instructions on how to get the CDA. What are my requirements, for example? So before I apply for the CDA, I get all of this information clearly laid out for me. What do I need to do within 6 months? You'll have links to the Council on Professional Recognition site to be able to link with a specialist, for example, and so forth. The CDA subject areas are also listed out here, so folks know exactly the direction that they're going and the content that's going to be covered. You'll see that I can choose to listen to the audio. I can choose to read the text here, and again, link out to the various sites. So as I go through this course, you'll see that on the left-hand side that the system is tracking where I left off. So good news is that if I were to complete part of this course and something comes up, I need to turn off my computer and go attend to another task. Next time I come back, the system will remember where I left off. All right, so here's some information on the subject matter experts, the creators of the course, etc. And what you'll find is there's different areas that I will need to click through. There might be learning games. There might be videos. There will be learning checks throughout the course. There'll be opportunities for folks to fill in reflections and so forth. Now, at the end of each course, there's also going to be a quiz. There's also in many of the courses downloadable resources that I can use right away. So again, this is an example of one of the credential courses that folks can take advantage of. And everything will be tracked in the system, and they will get a certificate of completion for every course that they've completed. And they'll always be able to go back and review courses as well. So again, the courses might include multiple exams, knowledge checks, and other assessments to assess the learner's competency in the course content that they just completed. Exams are created and maintained by our subject matter experts and the instructional design team. And the purpose is obviously to test the learner competency on their course objectives. We want to make sure that they know the material before they move on. So many courses include tables that match each test question to the content that it covers to give learners the opportunity to review any content that they haven't mastered. Most of the courses also include learner reflection boxes so that learners can record and review their reflections as they go. So this is the slide showing the test questions, and as they go through, they'll be able to see exactly where they're at in the process. And I also wanted to share with you that the Board of Cooperative Education Services, BOCES, in New York State, these courses are all eligible for the CoSIR program. So CoSIR is the reimbursement program through Monroe 2, Board of Cooperative Education Services. And if you don't know, CoSIR is an approved cooperative agreement to establish shared services between BOCES and 2 or more districts. So obviously it's multiple districts making sure that this is cost effective for programs in New York State. So another thing to share that's important about these courses as folks are using these for college career readiness is these courses are also eligible, and CypherWorx is education law section 2D compliant. So you can see the number of different areas that we have to needed to make sure that we adhere to. So CypherWorx is Ed Law 2D compliant. Educational law section 2D is known by New York State as Ed Law 2D. This provides guidance to educational agencies and third-party contractors on the ways to strengthen their data privacy and security to protect student data and their annual professional development, or excuse me, professional performance review data. So CypherWorx has taken all the steps to ensure that we're Ed Law 2D compliant. And again, you can see on the screen all of the areas that are required. Now, even though that third parties are not required to have data protection officer, CypherWorx has elected to take the additional step of having employees certified as data protection officers. So to conclude, I hope this was a helpful introduction to share with you how this platform, the K-12 platform, can help assist school districts in providing college and career experiences, experiential training for students, as well as the entire community. We greatly appreciate your time today and encourage you to enroll in the future webinar sessions. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.